Stephen Eskinazi, well batted, well captained, just well played today. It was a game that Glamorgan probably were hanging on the whole game, with Middlesex probably the ascendancy the most part, but equally that's very much a game that can go wrong for a side who feeling like they're on top for the most part.
Yeah, the game ebbed and flowed in both innings, I think. Teams took the ascendancy at different times. And I said in the dressing room just then, there were some big moments in the game that we managed to grab a hold of, and I think that's going to be key for us moving forward. So maybe the Middlesex List Day side of the past, those key moments we might not have been able to grab, but we're riding that confidence wave at the moment, and if we keep doing that, it would go a long way for us going into the back end of this tournament.
If we go right back to the beginning, winning the toss, putting them in, probably the first 10-15 overs, Middlesex weren't quite executing, were they? But in terms of what you just said about how Middlesex now have the ability to come back in List Day, in whatever they're doing, that was key at that point, wasn't it? Because everybody came back with good second spells, and credit the skipper as well, he deployed the bowling well.
Yeah, I think in tournaments like this, when you play a lot of cricket, you can't expect guys to be running in at 100% intensity all the time. So we're bridging that gap between our good and poor, and we're bouncing back exceptionally well. The wicket was probably just slightly slower than we would have hoped, and unlike Radlett last week, there weren't balls fizzing past the outside edge, and there was some good batting there. So the fact that we hung in the contest there and took wickets at crucial stages meant that they never really got away from us. And with that short boundary, you can get 10 and over at the end quite easily. So huge credit goes to the bowlers.
I can't not ask a question about Sam Robson. Well bowled, and he got a wicket.
Yeah, I'm not sure if a lot of people know he actually bowls a lot in grade cricket in Sydney, which is on good wickets, fast outfields against some good players. So he has a pedigree of playing against good players. He's a confident bloke, and he's played cricket for a long time. So you never know until you try it. So it could be another option that we found.
Yeah, it has changed a bit though. He shortened his run up dramatically. It does seem as though he gives it a bit more flight than he used to. He used to come off a longer run up, didn't he?
Yeah, I think fundamentally he's bowled a lot more maybe in the last year and a half than he had before. It's less of a joke now, more of a second skill. So I think that's a great thing, especially going into championship cricket, to have someone who can average 50 at the top of the order in red ball cricket, and average about 80 in the top of the order in white ball cricket, and bowl those 5, 6 and overs. That makes a massive difference as a captain.
When you brought him on, you probably weren't expecting you were going to get 5 overs out of him.
I actually didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you, Kev. I knew that he was a good bowler, and obviously with the protection on the long onside boundary, we knew that no matter what happened there, it was going to be tough for them to really take him apart. And he bowled at a stage when guys were looking to get themselves in, but actually he landed pretty much every single ball up until his last 2, so it was a phenomenal effort.
Nathan South, he's done it again, leading wicket taker, I think, now in the One Day Cup.
Yeah, Souths has been phenomenal for us for a couple of years in white ball cricket. I just said just then he's an underrated cricketer. He's 3 facets. He's exceptional. We don't take for granted what he brings to the side, and he's riding that confidence wave, as we said. So we're going to let him go and do his thing for the next few games. You
and Nick Gubbins saw at home in the last game here at Lords against Gloucestershire. It wasn't speed for Gubbins today, but that 91, again, it was a fabulous knock.
Gubbo's playing unbelievably well at the moment. Confidence is really high. I think after the couple of years we've had in white ball cricket, it's just great to see guys sticking their hands up and looking to try and change our fortune. So Gubbo has been the catalyst for a couple of our big scores, and keeping him in nick is going to be again really important for us going into hopefully the knockout stages.
There was that one final chance left for Glamorgan at the end, but the skipper stood up, and a 50 to go with the century you scored last time here.
Yeah, I think when the asking rate hovers between 5 and 7 on grounds like this, you don't have to take too many risks. It was about keeping wickets in hand there. Huge credit to George Scott at the end. The pressure was on and they bowled really nicely. But we knew we were 1 or 2 good overs away, with 12 or 13 overs from winning the game. So I think the boys kept their heads really nicely.
That's 2 big wins. Somerset with the depleted side, Middlesex were missing 5. And a strong Somerset side who were riding high at that point. Again today, Glamorgan, this was their last hope, and that's why they pushed Middlesex so hard to stay in with the qualification. It's 2 really big wins. Now to go to Canterbury, is it just go there and execute, perform well, and make sure that you do the basics right?
Yeah, we've spoken about a squad winning championships or getting you a long way into these championships, not a team, and I guess their depth is being tested at the moment, and guys are stepping up and playing really good cricket. So it's about going there and doing exactly what we've done the last 2 games. Confidence and momentum are huge in tournaments like this, so we're playing good cricket, we're enjoying our cricket, which I think is probably the most important reason why we're playing well. So we go there, nothing changes, and we just keep trying to get better every game.
Because as long as you don't lose, even if it's rained off on Tuesday, there's a home playoff here on Friday awaiting.
Yeah, which would be phenomenal. When we sat down at the start of this campaign looking to change our brand of cricket, I don't think anyone at wildest dreams could imagine it's gone as well as it has. But as I said, I think now what's done is done in terms of 50 over cricket for Middlesex. We're a new look outfit and we're playing some really strong competitive cricket, so we believe we can beat anyone on any day, and a home final or knockout final here would be incredible for the supporters, the members and the side. So we'll be giving it everything in Canterbury for sure.